is basically the Zhiyun Q2 Smooth, which is now on Kickstarter. So after you look at this unboxing, perhaps you want to go and check them out. I got this from them because they just want me to check out how this thing works, or how it looks like in the first place. During the course of maybe the couple of next 1 to 2 weeks, I will be doing a bit of review on this. At the moment, you have to know that this is basically on testing. So all are beta, including the app. But generally, the hardware is there. Most likely, I should be able to work with this using the native camera app with a direct Bluetooth connection from the gimbal to the phone. Okay, let's have a look at the contents. As you can see, again, nondescript, and you should have a nicer box after this is done. So put this aside, open the box, and there you have it. First thing you have, see, Smooth Q2. I call it Q2 Smooth. It's in Chinese. I'm okay with it, and hopefully I can actually download the app somewhere. And there's instructions on all the buttons here and joystick, and actually how to put up the phone. Oh, the good thing about this particular gimbal is that you need not to actually pull the clip every time you need to mount your phone. They actually have a very special way to do this. But before we jump to that, just have a look at this. So this is the Zhiyun Q2 Smooth. Just to let you know the size, that's how it looks like. As big as my palm, and smooth, literally. Put this aside, and that's how it looks like in my hands. Alright. So this clip here, it actually works something like the AK Swiss tripod mount for your camera. So these are the two hooks that has the mobile phone grip with the clip. So you can just slide it over instead of pulling it out to grip the phone. I feel that this is actually a much better idea than what we have in the market at the moment. As you can see too, all the buttons slightly smaller than I like. The joystick and the different modes down here. And what I like is a USB-C port here. So I don't need to bring so many chargers or wires when I'm on trip. Your typical tripod screw, so you can use with any tripod. Particular for all the time lapses that I think I might use this with. Like I said, I haven't tested out this with any of the apps right now, but looks good. It has a very satisfying clip, so it holds it in place. The thing is, I just wish it can be a bit smaller. Some of the new gimbals right now have a twistable arm here, so that it can actually make it more compact. Of course, when you make that more compact, it is not as stable as a fixed arm like this. So, how do you put this thing on this thing with this special clip-on thing? So, it makes it easier for you to actually put it and take it off pretty easily. Like I said just now, it looks like your typical AK Swiss kind of design. If you look from this point of view, it's tapered and it becomes a clamp down here. Well, there's a lot of advantages of having this. Is because every time you have to pull this apart when you need to mount your phone to the gimbal. Every time you want to use it, it can be quite a tedious process, especially when you have no time to do to mount the phone whatsoever, and most of the time we'll just keep the phone with the gimbal. Not the best situation sometimes, and you would sometimes like to just use the phone as and when you want it and put the gimbal in the back and only take it out and clip to it when you need it. So I think this is actually a very cool design idea, and some of the manufacturers will do well to actually understand how this thing goes and maybe incorporate the design for their future gimbals, especially for mobile phone. Just to let you see the grip too, there is some space here. This is to make sure that the buttons of the phone will not be depressed when you clamp this grip with the phone. Having said that, just before I do this video clip, I actually tried to put the phone with the case with the grip and just barely gripping it. So the only solution is to actually take it out. Not the best solution, I get it, but you have not much of a choice if you want a more assured grip of the gimbal to the phone. As you can see, at least is that the on-off button, the volume button is not depressed downwards. So once you do this, you're actually ready to actually put this thing, as you can see, inside the gimbal this way. Oh, you have to unlock it first, and then it should slide in. Okay, if you can't see it, I just take it out for you to see. Sorry, I put it the wrong way just now. So it's put the phone in this way, slide it in, and you have it. There you go. And you clip it. Of course, that's one way to do it, or you can actually clip it this way. And then you put your phone with the camera that way. Make sure that it's centered. I use my fingers, knuckles here to actually gauge how far left or right I am, and then I push it along to make it centered. Need not to be exact, but it should work this way. Like I said just now, it's like the design in such a way that this is curved this way, so you have full access to the ports here, and you actually can charge it from here to the phone or to the external mic and use an extension plate with your boom mic at the side, and you can just hold it this way. So that's how it is.